So hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to Creatrix. Welcome to an academy. So in these sessions, we are going to start the communication system and we are going to study the communication system like never before. So before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal Soni and I have cleared ESC examination 2 times, both times in double digit rank. And I have also served as a Group A Gazetted Officer in Indian Railways and in Indian Telecommunication Services. And I have also cleared a lot of public sector examinations. So right now I'm teaching on Unacademy and I really feel proud to be the part of the Unacademy team, because Unacademy is the revolution in the field of free education and in the field of affordable education. And we as a team are really looking forward for every student to just come onto the Unacademy platform. You can attend the special classes, you can come onto this YouTube channel and you can stay connected with us so that you can understand the quality education and you can understand the efforts that we are putting in, so that every student of this country, whether he stays in a village or he stays in a town, should get the access of the content, that too in a very affordable prices, and he can also or she can also clear the examination with the best possible ranks. So right now I'm teaching on Unacademy with more than 15 million watch minutes in the overall duration and 2 million watch minutes in the last 30 days. So I am right now the top educator in Unacademy across all the branches, having rank 4 right now. And you can also follow me on Unacademy on this particular link. So you can go and follow me on Unacademy. Apart from that, my advice to every student is that how should you crack the examination and what are the components to cracking the examination. So the first question that comes to the mind, that can anyone prepare from the YouTube? Yes, you can prepare from the YouTube, but you should develop or cultivate some habits in yourself. For example, you should be very much disciplined. You should arrange the extra resources. For example, the PDFs you have to arrange, the test series you have to arrange by yourself, and most importantly, that self-discipline you should be containing in yourself, so that you can be very corrective manner and you can approach the examination in the best possible manner. So all these things you have to arrange yourself. The sense of competitiveness you have to cultivate in yourself, because the audience on the YouTube are not that much of competitive in nature, or maybe you cannot feel the competition which is present right now. So all these things are the part of the journey if you want to prepare through the YouTube, or maybe if you want to prepare through the free resources. Apart from that, if you want that you should get complete content, then this is the YouTube channel. On this YouTube channel itself, all the free content are available. You just have to go to the playlist. All the subjects are completed there. You just have to go and watch all the lectures one by one. Definitely you will be getting benefited, but the extra things that I have told you, that the self-discipline and the sense of competitiveness and a lot of things you have to arrange by yourself. If you are comfortable in that, then you can do that. Apart from that, you should also have an Unacademy learning app, so that the special classes you can attend. A lot of educators in this country are actually providing the special classes, that too absolutely free of cost, so that you can get the quality content in the best possible manner. Apart from that, there is also another component for you, which is Unacademy Plus. So on Unacademy Plus, what is your job? You just have to study. If you join this Unacademy Plus, you do not have to worry about the crash courses, weekly test, doubt solving sessions, the language barrier, rank improvement batches, live classes. So all these things will be taken care by the Unacademy. You just have to take the Unacademy Plus subscription and you have to come on to the Unacademy. You will be daily getting the live classes. You will be getting the crash courses. When you will be getting the crash courses? When the syllabus are completed. You will be getting the weekly test in the form of quizzes. Every fourth class is the doubt solving session, which is the major you can say the component or the major impact will be creating on your studies will be this doubt solving group. Because until and unless your doubts are not being cleared, until and unless you are not able to clear your doubts, you will never get the confidence in the subject. So once you come on to this Unacademy Plus, every fourth class is doubt solving session. Apart from that, various other doubt solving sessions are going on. So ultimately you will be getting your doubts cleared and you will gain confidence in the subject. The language barrier will not be an issue, because the batches will be running both Hindi and in English, and rank improvement batches will also be there. So all these things are the component of this Plus subscription. Once you come on to this Unacademy Plus, you do not have to be worried about your self-discipline, your competitiveness nature. Everything will be present on Unacademy, because a lot of other students will be there. Since the classes will be live, you can also watch it recorded later on. So the discipline automatically comes, because you get the idea that you will be having the daily live classes. Apart from that, there is also one iconic subscription. In this iconic subscription, the game changer is this personal coach. So this subscription is for them who thinks that their basics are weak, or those who are talented but they needs a continuous push. So this personal coach will be guiding you throughout your strategy. he will be giving you the study planners, you will be getting the study booster sessions. Once you will get the test, you will be getting the analytics. Analytics plays a major role in improving yourself. We as a teacher also get our analytics so that we can improve on the daily basis. So once you start getting the analytics, you will be also improving massively on the daily basis. Apart from that, there will also be the guidance for the mains once you clear the prelims, and there will also be the guidance for the interview once you clear the mains. So once you take the Iconic subscription, all the benefits of the Plus are included by default in this. And if you
Hello friends, welcome to this problem solving video of random process and noise. So first of all, read the question. In this question it is given that a random process yt is described as ht convolution xt plus zt. It means to obtain the y of t, you would have passed your x of t with this h of t, so it becomes x of t convolution h of t. Another random process z of t would have been added to it in order to generate this y of t, which is x of t convolution ht plus zt. So let us consider this x of t convolution h of t becomes equal to w of t. So this yt will become wt plus zt, and wt is xt convolution ht. So it is passed to this LTI system in order to generate yt. Now after that, this x of t is defined as white noise process. So this x of t is your white noise process, which means the power spectral density of x of t is n0 by 2. The filter ht has given the magnitude response of 0.5 within the range from -5 to +5. So this is the spectrum of mod of HF is given like this. Also ZT is a stationary random process and uncorrelated with XT with power spectral density as shown. So the random process Z of T has power spectral density as shown in the figure. It is interested about the power of the YT. So let us consider. So your YT becomes equal to WT plus ZT, and WT becomes equal to XT convolution HT. So first of all, in the problem it is given that X of t and Z of t are uncorrelated. So this WT is obtained when X of t is passed through this LTI system. Then you get this WT, which becomes XT convolution HT. So you can say that the linear transformation of XT, which is WT, and ZT, these will also be uncorrelated. So if these two random processes are uncorrelated, then you can say that covariance of WT into ZT, which will be equal to RWZ tau minus, or I should write it like this, expectation of WT into ZT minus expectation of WT into expectation of ZT. This should be equal to 0. So we can say that we already know the PST of this ZT. So the PST of ZT is given SZ of F versus F. So this PST becomes from -5 to 5, and it becomes 1 watt per hertz. So this becomes the PSD of Z. So from here you can calculate this expectation of ZT will become under root of 0 minus to 0 plus SZ of F TF. So from 0 minus to 0 plus or around 0, no impulses are present, so it will become 0. Similarly, this is your X of t, this is your HT or HF, and this is your W of t. So if you consider its power spectral density as X of F, so SW of F becomes mod of HF square XF of F. So XF of F will be the PSD of white noise. So the PSD of white noise will be constant, that to N0 by 2. So it becomes the PSD of white noise. Now it is being passed through a filter which is mod HF square if you'll do. So mod HF's magnitude was 1 by 2. So this magnitude was 1 by 2. So the square will become 1 by 4. So this can be written as 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2. So the output will become minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2 SW of F versus F. It becomes N0 by 8. And in the problem, the PSD of white noise, which is N0 by 2, is given as 5. So N0 can be 10. So this you can consider it as 10, and this is from minus 5 to 5. This is from minus 5 to 5. So this is from minus 5 to 5. So this N0 by 8 you can write from here as N0 comes out to be 10. So it will become 10 by 8. So this can be written as 10 by 8. Now here also you can see, if you want to calculate expectation of WT, so this will also become under root of 0 minus to 0 plus SW of FTF. So there is no impulse present around this 0, so this will also become 0. So from here you can say that this expectation of WT is also 0, this expectation of ZT is also 0. So this expectation of WT into ZT becomes 0, or you can say that this RWZ tau equal to RZW tau equal to 0. So basically these two random variables WT and ZT will also be uncorrelated, as well. So in the problem it was mentioned that WT and ZT are we can say that this WT and ZT will be orthogonal. Uncorrelated is already mentioned, so we have proved that these two are orthogonal. So we can say that if WT and ZT are uncorrelated and they are zero mean random processes, then they will also be orthogonal. So this we have proved. Now let's come on to the problem. So in the problem, this YT was mentioned as WT plus ZT. We know that if WT and ZT are orthogonal to each other, then directly we can write its autocorrelation function, and it becomes RW of tau plus RZ of tau. So if you will take the Fourier transform on both the sides, so it becomes SYF equal to SW of F plus Sz of f. In the problem it is asking us to calculate the power of yt. We know that the power of yt is from minus infinite to infinite Sy of f df. So it basically converts into minus infinity to infinity Sw of f df plus Sz of f df. So this limit is from minus infinity to plus infinity. So you have a power spectral density of both W and Z. So for for Z, the PDF is triangular. It is from minus 5 to 5, and for here it is rectangular from minus 5 to 5. This value becomes 10 by 8 for SW F, and this value, let me check once again, is 1. This value is 1. So you have to calculate area under the curve of these two curves. So for this, area under the curve will become half base into height. This becomes the area under the curve. For this, the area under the curve will become 10 by 8 into 10. So it becomes 5 plus 100 by 8, or you can write 5 plus 12.5, or total power in YT comes out to be 17.5 watt. So this is the total power present in random process YT. Now let's move on to the next problem. So first of all, read out the question. In this question, it is saying that the real band limited random process has two-sided power spectral density. So this is the two-sided power spectral density, means it is even. So let me draw this graph. So this graph will become x of f versus f. From here you can say that this graph should exist from minus 3 kHz to plus 3 kHz. So this frequency must be minus 3 kHz, and this must be 3 kHz. This must be 0. So if you will put f equal to 3000 plus 3000, so after taking mod it will remain plus 3000 and the difference becomes 0. So here it will be 0. Similarly, if you will put f equal to minus 3000, after taking mod it will become 3000 and the difference is again 0. Now if you will put f equal to 0, so it will become 3 into 10 to the power minus 3, because when 3000 is multiplied with 10 to the power minus 6, so it becomes 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. So it will become a triangular power spectral density of a real band limited random process xt. So from here you can say very clearly it is band limited, and it is band limited to 3 kHz. So it is the band limited. Okay. Now after it is saying that this random process modulates a carrier of 16,000 pi t, and the resultant signal is passed through an ideal band pass filter with unity gain and center frequency of 8 kHz, bandwidth of 2 kHz. You have to calculate the output power. So this x of t first of all is being modulated to a carrier of cos 16,000 pi t. Then it is passed through a band pass filter. So the characteristic of this band pass filter is mentioned. So let me call this value as yt, this value as zt, and the characteristic of the band pass filter is mentioned as, this is f hf. So this band pass filter is centered at 8 kHz and it has the bandwidth of 2 kHz. So it is centered at 8 kHz, 8K, and it has the bandwidth of 2 kHz. So this bandwidth becomes 2K. Similarly, this becomes minus 8K, minus 9K, minus 7K. So this bandwidth remains 2K. You can consider this passband gain to be 1, and this becomes 0. So this is the characteristic of the band pass filter. So now you know that this yt is x of t cos 16,000 pi t. So the power spectral density will become sx of f plus 8k plus Sx of f minus 8k upon 4. We know that when a random process is multiplied with a cos omega ct, so their power spectral density is shifted with fc in the right direction, shifted with fc in the left direction, and it is multiplied by a square by 4. So value of a is 1 here, so you can multiply it by a square by 4. So basically the PST of yt becomes SYF, and this can be written as f plus 8k f minus 8k whole divided by 4. So the PST of xt, which was mentioned in the problem, it was the PST. So it was existing from minus 3 kilohertz to plus 3 kilohertz, and the peak value was 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. So this PST of yt will become, this is PST of xt, this is PST of yt. So PST of yt becomes it will be shifted 8k rightwards. So whenever you will shift this 8k rightwards, so it will become, this becomes 8k, this becomes 5k, this becomes 11k, and you also have to divide it by 4, so it becomes 3 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. Similarly, when you will shift it by, so it will become minus 8k, minus 11k, minus 5k, and it becomes 3 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. So this is the PST of your yt. Now this yt is now passed through a filter h of f, whose output we are denoting it as zt. So if I have to write the PST of zt, it becomes mod of hf square sy of f. So sy of f you have already drawn, you have to multiply it by h of f square. So this becomes your s of yf, this becomes your s of yf, this is your filter, so this is s of yf, this is mod of hf square. So s of yf becomes like this. So this is your 8k, 11k, 5k. Similarly, this is your minus 8k, minus 11k, minus 5k. It becomes 3 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. This band pass filter is centered at 8k, and it is having bandwidth of 2 kilohertz, but you have to square it. Since passband gain is 1, so a square does not really affect it, so it remains 1 square. Similarly here and here, this becomes your 7k, this is your 9k, so this is your 7k, this is 9k. Similarly here also, the negative counterpart, minus 8k, minus 7k, minus 9k. Now you have to multiply these two graphs. So before multiplying, let me obtain the value of this. What is the value of this height? So you can calculate it. You can see that the slope of this line, if you will calculate the slope of this line, so it is coming out to be 1 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3, because it will become 3 by 4 divided by 3. So slope becomes 1 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 2. Now if I have to calculate this height, so this width, which is from here to here, so if you consider only this width from minus 9k, so this width will become 2k. So this height will become 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. because this is your 2k, and when you will multiply this 2k with this 1 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3, sorry, this slope will become 1 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 6. Sorry, it will become 10 to the power minus 6, because you will divide 3 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 3k. So it becomes 1 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 6. Now you can see that this width is your 2k. The slope you already know, so this height you can calculate by multiplying these two. When you will multiply width with slope, so you can get this height 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. So let me draw the output. So this will be your SZ of f. So very clearly SZ of f will lie between 7k and 9k and minus 7k and 9k. So this will be only this much of graph will be retained. This much of graph will be retained. So this value becomes 3 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. And this value becomes 1 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. So you can vertically connect them like this. Now this is your 7k, this is your 9k. Now you have to calculate the power of the output, which means you have to calculate the power of zt. So to calculate the power of zt, you have to calculate the area under the curve from minus infinity to infinity sz of f df. So while calculating the area, instead of calculating the complete area, we will calculate the area of right side and we will multiply it by 2, because we know that PSDs are always even functions. So you can write it as 2 times 0 to infinity sz of f df. So this will become 2 times. Now you can see in this PSD that it is the combination of two areas. One is your triangle, second one is your rectangle. So it becomes the area of a triangle and rectangle. So the area of the triangle becomes half. You can see the base. This base is 2 kilohertz, and this height becomes 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. So you can take the difference of these two. This will give you the height. So it becomes your 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus. So this 10 to the power minus 3 into 2 into 10 to the power plus 3. So this becomes half. This is your height, this is your base. Plus you also have to add the area of rectangle, and the area of this rectangle becomes, this height is 1 by 4 and this is your 2k. So it becomes 1 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 2 into 10 to the power 3. So this becomes 2 into, this gets cancelled out, it becomes half. Plus when you will calculate this, correct this value, this is not 1 by 4, this is 1 by 2. Here you have calculated now, so that is why this is 1 by 2, and if it is 1 by 2, then this will become your 1 by 4. So this height will become 1 by 4. Now it is correct. So you can see that it will become half into 1 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. So it becomes your 1 by 4 plus this will become your 1 by 2. So from here you can see that now the area of this rectangle will become 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 2 into 10 to the power 3, and area of this triangle will become half. Base is 2k, height is 1 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now it is correct. So it becomes 1 by 4 plus 1, or this can be written as 2 into 1.25 or upon multiplication you can write it as 2.5 watt. Let's move on to the next question. So in this question it is saying that it is desired to generate a random signal x of t with autocorrelation function as mentioned by passing white noise nt. So it is passing a white noise nt through some linear time invariant system, let me call this as LTI system, and it is generating a random process xt. Now this n of t is white noise as mentioned. So this n of t is white noise, and PST of n of t is mentioned as eta by 2 watts per hertz. We have to obtain the expression of the transfer function of the system. Now this x of t will also be a random process whose autocorrelation function is given as 5 eta e to the power minus 5 tau. So if you will take its Fourier transform, so it will become 5 eta into 2 into 5 upon 5 square plus omega square. So this will become Sx of omega. Now if I have to write Sx of f, so it becomes 50 eta upon 25 plus 4 pi square f square. So basically you have got a system which has transfer function as h of f. This is your input, this is your output. So the power spectral density of input is eta by 2, and power spectral density of output you have calculated as 50 upon 25 plus 4 pi square f square. So this Sx of f you can write it as mod of hf square Sn of f. So this x of f becomes equal to mod of hf square Sn of f. So Sx of f becomes 50 upon 25 plus 4 pi square f square equal to mod of hf square. Snf becomes eta by 2. So this mod of, here I guess this 5 eta was also present, so it will always remain 50 eta. You know? So mod hf square becomes 50 eta upon 25 plus 4 pi square f square into 2 by eta. So it becomes 100 by 25 plus 4 pi square f square. So from here this mod hf comes out to be 10 upon under root 25 plus 4 pi square f square. So this comes out to be the magnitude of the transfer function. So in this case we can restrict ourselves to the magnitude of the transfer function. Now let's move on to the next problem. So this is the next problem. In this case, the white noise of two-sided power spectral density has, so this is eta by 2, which is 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. So from here you can calculate eta equal to 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 watt per hertz. Okay, it is applied to a simple RC low pass filter whose 3 dB cutoff frequency is 4 kilohertz. So this 3 dB cutoff frequency or FC is given as 4 kilohertz. So this random process or white noise is applied to normal RC low pass filter. This is your R, this is your C. So here it is applying this white noise and let me call this output as YT. So we have to calculate the mean squared value of noise output, or basically we have to calculate the power of the output noise. So this is your white noise. This is your colored noise. So basically any noise which is not white, you can call it as a colored noise. Now this can be also written as WT. We can find out the transfer function of RC low pass filter, and it comes out to be 1/1 plus j omega RC, and this will become YT. Or this can also be written as 1/1 plus j F by Fc, where Fc is nothing but 1/2 pi RC. So this becomes your WT, this becomes your YT. So basically this is your HF. So if your HF or transfer function of low pass filter is 1/1 plus j F by Fc, so you can write mod of HF square as under root of 1 plus F by Fc whole square. So this SYF can be written as mod of HF square SW of F. So this SYF becomes 1/1 plus F by Fc's whole square into eta by 2. So you already have calculated the value of eta by 2. It is 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. So it becomes SYF equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 upon 1 plus F by Fc whole square, where Fc is given as 4 kilohertz. So we know that the mean square value of the output random process represents power of YT. This can be calculated by integrating this SYF from minus infinity to plus infinity. So it becomes minus infinite to plus infinite, 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 upon 1 plus F by Fc whole square df. So this can be written as 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 into Fc into tan inverse F by Fc, and this limit is from minus infinity to plus infinity. So it becomes 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. Fc is your 4 into 10 to the power 3, and this integration becomes tan inverse infinity minus tan inverse minus infinity. So it becomes tan inverse infinity plus tan inverse infinity. So from here you can write this becomes pi by 2. This also becomes pi by 2. So you can write it as 8 into 10 to the power minus 3 into pi, or this output power becomes 8 pi into 10 to the power minus 3 watt. So answer for this question becomes, the mean square value of the noise output becomes 8 pi into 10 to the power minus 3 watt. Let's move on to the next problem. So in the next problem, the power spectral density is mentioned like this: 10 to the power minus 8, 1 plus mod f minus 10 to the power 8 upon 10 to the power 8, and this mod f is less than or equal to 10 to the power 8. Now this noise is passed through a unity gain ideal bandpass filter centered at 50 MHz and having the bandwidth of 2 MHz. We have to sketch the PST of the output noise power, determine the output noise power, using the bandpass representation for the output noise process, sketch the PSTs of in phase and quadrature phase components and determine their respective powers. Okay, so first of all I will draw this Sn of f. So the PST of first of all let us draw the block diagram. What it is saying, that a noise process n of t, it is passed through an ideal band pass filter, and after passing it through the ideal band pass filter you are getting another random process at the output. Let me call that as calling this as YT. This band pass filter is centered at 50 megahertz and it has bandwidth of 2 megahertz. So this becomes 51 megahertz. This becomes 49 megahertz. Similarly here also this is centered at minus 50 megahertz. So this becomes minus 49 megahertz, sorry, minus 51 megahertz. This becomes your minus 51 megahertz and this becomes your minus 49 megahertz. And this gain becomes 1. So this is your H of f versus f. This bandwidth is 2 megahertz. Now, first of all, I will draw this Sn of f, which is mentioned at 10 to the power minus 8, 1 plus mod f minus 10 to the power 8 upon 10 to the power 8. For mod f less than or equal to 10 to the power 8, and it is 0 elsewhere. So to draw the spectrum of it, you can draw this Sn of f as at f equal to 0 it becomes 0, and at f equal to 10 to the power 8 it becomes 10 to the power minus 8. Shape is triangular, so shape can be drawn like this. So this becomes your 10 to the power 8, this becomes your minus 10 to the power 8, and this value becomes 10 to the power minus 8. So this is the PST of input. Now we know that in the first part it is asking us to draw the PST of output noise process. So we know that the output noise process, which is SYF, will be mod of HF square into S of NF. So this is your input noise PST. Sn of f. This value becomes 10 to the power minus 8. This is 0. This is f. You can write it as 10 to the power 8 or 100 megahertz. Similarly, this can also be written as minus 100 megahertz. Now it is passed through a band pass filter. So that band pass filter is centered at 50 megahertz, and it is having bandwidth of 2 megahertz. So this is your band pass filter. So this band pass filter is like this. So this becomes your 49 megahertz. This becomes your 51 megahertz, and the center frequency becomes 50 megahertz. So this is your 49 megahertz. This is 51 megahertz. Similarly, here also you can write it as this is your minus 49 megahertz, minus 49 megahertz. this is minus 51 megahertz, this is also minus 51 megahertz. So since passband gain is 1, so this mod HF square does not really disturb it. So this mod of HF square, when you will multiply these two, you will obtain a signal like this. So the PST of output becomes like this. Similarly here also, this is your 49, this is 51, this is 50, this is minus 49, minus 51, minus 50. You have to find out these two values also. This axis I am considering it now in megahertz. So first of all, you can find out the slope of it. So the slope of this line becomes 10 to the power minus 8 upon 10 to the power 8. So it becomes 10 to the power minus 16. So you can write this value as 0.49 into 10 to the power minus 8, and this point can be written as 0.51 into 10 to the power minus 8. So this point can be written as 0.49 into 10 to the power minus 8, and this point can be written as 0.51 into 10 to the power minus 8. So this is the PST of output. So the first part has been successfully solved. Now it is also asking us to determine the output noise power. So how will you determine the output noise power? You know that if you have to calculate the power of YT, so you can simply calculate area under the curve of the PST. Now PST is always an even function, so you should calculate area from 0 to infinity SYF dF. So this area from 0 to infinity becomes this particular area. Now you know how to calculate this area. It will become half into height, vertical heights, which is 0.49 into 10 to the power minus 8 plus 0.51 into 10 to the power minus 8 into distance between them. So distance between them becomes 2 megahertz. So this overall value becomes 2 into 1 by 2. This addition becomes 1 into 10 to the power minus 8 and 2 into 10 to the power 6. So this value can be written as 2 into 10 to the power minus 2, or you can write it as 20 into 10 to the power minus 3, or it can be written as 20 milliwatt. So the power of the output becomes 20 milliwatt. Now what is the third part which is left? It is asking us to calculate using the bandpass representation for the sketch the PSTs of in phase and quadrature phase noise phase component. So we know that PST of this SYF is PST of narrowband noise YT. So if I consider that this narrowband noise has two components, one is in phase component, another one is quadrature phase component, then you can write the PST of in phase component will be same as the PST of quadrature phase component, and it will become SY of F plus FC, SY of F minus FC for mod F less than or equal to B, and it will be 0 elsewhere. So this can be written as SYF equal to SYQF, where FC represents the frequency at which band pass filter is centered and B represents bandwidth of band pass filter. So this can be written as now SY of F plus 50 megahertz plus SY of F minus 50 megahertz, and after shifting we have to consider only the frequencies which is present in the range 2 megahertz, because this center frequency is 50 megahertz for band pass filter, and bandwidth of the band pass filter is mentioned as 2 megahertz. So it will become 0 elsewhere. So now let us try to shift the graphs. So this is your SYF. This is your SYF. So this becomes 0.49 into 10 to the power minus 8, and it becomes 0.51 into 10 to the power minus 8. This is your 49. I'm already considering it in megahertz. This is your 51, and somewhere in between you have 50. Similarly, this is minus 51, minus 49. Somewhere in between you have minus 50. So first of all, you have to shift this graph by 50 unit leftwards. So I will draw SY of F minus 50 megahertz. So I'll shift this graph 50 megahertz rightwards. So it becomes like this. So this becomes minus 1. This becomes 1. This is 0. And again, the values remain same. So this remains 0.49 into 10 to the power minus 8, and this remains 0.51 into 10 to the power minus 8. Similarly, you can draw, this is your megahertz, and now in this case I want to draw SY of F plus 50 megahertz, which means I have to shift my graph 50 hertz leftwards. So it will become like this. So this is 0, this is minus 1, 1. These values are again same, and so it will be shifted to 100, it will be shifted to some minus 100. But we have to consider the addition between minus 2 megahertz to plus 2 megahertz. So these two will be discarded, and addition of only these two will be present, because the addition should be considered between minus 2 megahertz to 2 megahertz. So when you will perform the addition, so the summation of SY of F plus FC plus SY of F minus FC between the frequency range of 2 megahertz will be looking like this. So when you will start adding, this value is 0.49 into 10 to the power minus 8, and this height, upper height, is 0.51 into 10 to the power minus 8. So first of all, you will add these two values. This is 0.49, this is 0.51. So after addition, it becomes 1. In between, you can see that they have equal and opposite slopes, which means after the addition, the slope becomes 0. Then exactly at 1, you can see that this height is 0.49 and this height is 0.51. So when you will add these 2 points, the value of this point is 0.51 into 10 to the power minus 8. The value of this point is 0.49 into 10 to the power minus 8. So after addition of these two values, it again becomes 1, and it looks like this. So this comes out to be your, this is your megahertz, and this is 1 into 10 to the power minus 8, and it comes out to be the spectrum of either SY of F or SYQ of F. So the spectrum of in phase or the quadrature phase components looks like this. So it becomes SYF, which is SYQF versus F. This is in megahertz. The peak value becomes 1 into 10 to the power minus 8. So this value becomes minus 1 megahertz. Already axis is in megahertz, so I'm writing it at minus 1. It becomes 1. So if you have to calculate the power of in phase component or the power of the quadrature phase component, so it will be same, and it will be the area under the curve of Sy of f df, and this should be equal to minus infinity to infinity Syqf df. So both the spectrums will be same. So if you will calculate the area will come out to be this complete area, and it is coming out to be 1 into 10 to the power minus 8 into 2 megahertz, or this can be written as 2 into 10 to the power minus 2, or this you can write it as 20 into 10 to the power minus 3, or 20 milliwatt. So this you already know, that the power of the in phase and quadrature phase component is always equal to the band pass noise or the narrow band noise. So this is it in this lecture. In the next lecture we will solve few more problems related with the noise. Thank you.
So hopefully we have understood every concept in this class. If you have any doubt in any concept, you can let me know in the comment section. I'll try to resolve that thing. Apart from that, you can also follow me on various social media platforms. For example, you can join this Telegram group where you will be getting important notification, important updates. This is Telegram group where you can also comment, you can ask your queries, or maybe you can also suggest me for the improvement. Apart from that, this is my Unacademy profile. On this Unacademy profile, you should also follow me so that you can get the important updates of the Unacademy also, right? And this is the Notion page. You just have to type this tiny.cc/VishalGate. So you will be redirected to a page where all the special classes are arranged very systematically. तो मैंने बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स पे स्पेशल क्लास ले रखी है. फॉर एग्जांपल नाइक्विस्ट, फूरियर सीरीज, latches and flip flop, double integrations, okay, lot of things are there. So you will be getting all these concepts absolutely free of cost. You just have to type this in your URL. You will be redirected to that page and attend these lectures one by one. You will be getting a next level confidence in these topics that I can guarantee you. Now this is the Notion page of your YouTube, on which you will be getting the links of the YouTube. Apart from that, you will be also getting the PDFs of that particular lecture. So this is very important for you, and just you have to type http://bit.ly/GateLive. So GateLive, you just have to type it in the capital so that you can access all the lectures link and PDF arranged systematically. So if you want to attend or you want to clear the examination with the free resource, then this is the channel for you. This is the best recorded videos which has been ever made. You just have to go to that lecture, just click the link and download the PDF and start studying systematically. So we have also done this for you so that any student, whether he is sitting any part of this country, should not face the difficulty in cracking the examination, whether he can afford or he cannot. Now if you can afford, then the subscription prices are not something which you cannot pay. It is very nominal amount which you can pay, and you can just avoid all the distractions, all the time wastage which we will be doing in downloading those PDFs, arranging for the test series, and a lot of other things that you have to arrange, doubt solvings you have to arrange by yourself. If you want to avoid all those distractions in a very nominal amount, so you can go for the Unacademy Plus subscription. For 12-month subscription, you have to pay only 74 rupees per day. Apart from that, for 18-month subscription, which is the best possible subscription, you have to pay 63 rupees per day. It is even lesser than the pizzas that you order on your home. So it is that much of amount that can shape your career, that can give you the best possible rank in the examinations under the guidance of the best teachers of the country, which has been right now placed on the Unacademy. Now 24-month subscription will cost you 54 rupees per day. So these subscription amounts will give you the subscription for the desired period. Apart from that, if you are using this code, you just have to remember this code, write my name, write GATE after it. You can also write ESC after it. So you have to write my name and write ESC after it. So any one of these code, once you apply, you will be immediately getting the 10% discount. You will be getting all the features of the Unacademy. You will be getting the guidance of all the teachers present on Unacademy, and everything you will be getting that is needed to crack the examination once you are using this code. So if you think we are working hard, we are giving our best content, we are giving the free content absolutely for you guys, and everything that is needed for every student to crack the examination. So never forget to use this code whenever you are taking the subscription. So this code is very important and you have to use every time you are taking the subscription. Now those who are interested for the prices, total price amount, so let me tell you, Total price is 27,225 for 12 months, 34,650 for 18, and for 24 months it is 39,600. You can also pay this by using zero cost EMI. Zero cost EMI can be paid by credit card and debit card. In debit cards there are only Bajaj and HDFC as of now available. Okay, so this zero cost EMI means you do not have to pay anything extra. Any interest is not, you should not pay, and you have to pay this much of amount on the daily basis if you are looking for the zero cost EMI option. Apart from that, if you are coming for Iconic subscription, so Iconic mein I have already told you that your personal coach will be the game changer. He will be he will be basically following you to give you the guidance so that you can get the success in a very short span of time. So he will be following you, he will be pushing you every time. Now once you use this coupon code, this will be costing you around 45,225, and if you are using this coupon code, write my name, date after it, you will be getting the 24-month subscription of Iconic in 66,600 rupees. Fine. Apart from that, every one of you should follow this GATE Aspirant group, and there also some important notification always comes. Now what are the YouTube channels that you should immediately subscribe? This Creatrix, this is the channel on which you are present. This is Unacademy GATE questions, where previous year questions has been solved by the educators. So you'll be getting all the previous year questions video solution apart from the PDF also. This is the Electrical Junction channel, where you will be getting the important concepts of EC and electrical. And this is Engineering Pathshala, where you will be getting some practical aspect of the videos, some animated videos that will enhance your ability to think. So these are the channels which you should immediately subscribe so that you can get a better content. Fine. Now these are my some YouTube videos which I have created for you. In all of these videos will give you some motivation, guidance, content, and some strategy. So these are hand-picked videos. You can immediately follow these videos. Okay, so thank you so much. And those who are coming on this channel, immediately share all the content which is present on this channel. We are working very hard for you guys. So this is your responsibility that you should share this channel. You should subscribe this channel. Also share the link of this channel, link of the videos, link of the educator whom you follow, so that every student who is needy, they can come onto this channel and they can get the best possible rank. So all the best everyone. Let's crack it.